Hey guys, so I have a new book review for y'all, and the book I've been reading right now is Adventures in Wonderland. I got it on Kindle for free, which was awesome. It's a classic. It's by Lewis Carroll, and you know what? I love it. And I want to talk to y'all about it for a little bit, because right now I'm on part 2, which is Through the Looking Glass. And there's some things that I didn't know was in Alice in Wonderland until you read the book. And you won't really know unless you read the book, because I must say, prior to this, the only I've ever seen was adaptations, and movies. And I love Tim Burton's one, and you see on series and different styles of Alice in Wonderland, and you think that's the real story, and it's really not. Like, after reading the book, I see there's a lot of things that is totally different than it is in the movies. And one of the things is, when I was first reading Adventures in Wonderland, I was like, well, where's Tweedledee and Tweedledum? There's the Jabberwocky, where's the Vorpal Blade, where's all the things that, like, where's the chess pieces? There's none of that stuff in Adventures in Wonderland, none of it. Or the Talking Flowers, nothing like that. And that's like, where's all the characters I know? And so I went online, found out there's a part 2, and I was like, oh my gosh. And so I got it, and here's all the characters. I'm only a few chapters in this one, but one of the main things I thought was very, very interesting that many people might not even know, and I didn't know, is that there's a huge difference between the Red Queen and the Queen of Hearts. That they're not the same person. Now, in every adaptation I've ever seen, they're the same person. Now, I haven't finished part 2 yet, so maybe they turn into the same person, but the Queen of Hearts, one that's off with her head, is in part 1, and she's like the classic way they always make her, but she's not a person. She's made out of card. She's a cardboard person. They're all cards. And the difference is the Red Queen, which is in part 2, starts off as a chess piece, not a card. They're chess pieces, and she turns into a real person. And so I'm like, wow. And this also, so far, is not Wonderland. So far, this world is just her looking glass world. She calls this one her looking glass world. So I cannot wait to finish in part 2, because I'm looking forward to seeing, is it Wonderland? It's Alice, but it don't sound like it's Wonderland, like it's backwards world. And that queen also is the White Queen with the White King, and it's the Red Queen with the Red King, and they're chess pieces, and it's a totally different world. And so I cannot wait to see if this looking glass world is the same as Wonderland. But so far, it's, what the heck was that? So far, it really is not. And in honor of this book, I got this ring. Check it out. It is Alice Wonderland ring. I hope it didn't blur, but it is a full knuckle ring. It goes like this across your fingers, and it is a teapot and a teacup and a little serving spoon. I'm gonna try to take it off for y'all. It was so cool. I got it off of eBay, and I love it. The little crystals in it, and it is I call it my Alice in Wonderland ring, and you just put it on, like, on both fingers, like brass knuckles. Oh, and by the way, it doesn't always fit too. Like, I forgot you gotta turn it this way. This is how it fits me better. Yep, now it fits. So this is my ring, and I love it, and it reminds me of Alice in Wonderland every time. And Alice in Wonderland has always been a big favorite of mine. It's so fun. I never read the book, so part 1 gets a 10 out of 10 for me, just so we know that this is a book review on part 1. It has so much cool things happening. It is it's not as detailed as the adaptations, because I realize now that the stories that we see online and TV and on movies are both books mixed together, it would seem. And this is a totally different book. So when I finish this one, I want to come back and tell y'all what I think about this one. But the first one is actually very, very small. If you want a quick read, you can read this in a day. Even like I like to savor it, but it only took me like 3 days with just like, I read like a couple of chapters here, there, and I picked them and put it down, and it was super fast. So if you're looking for a quick read, that's not going to take you too long. You can get back into the Alice in Wonderland feel. I think you really love it. And the facts are, Alice is crazy. But she's not like American McGee video game crazy, which is one of my favorite video games. But she's not like that. She's not dark. It's not spooky. It is a dream. Alice in Wonderland is a dream. That's just the facts of it. I didn't know. I thought it was always kind of like Wizard of Oz. Is it a dream or isn't it a dream? No. After reading the book, it's very simple. She's dreaming. This world does not exist. It's all in her head. And it moves like a dream. You know how in a dream, like 1 minute you're over here, next minute you're just right there. Like, but she never really gets out of that room with the table and the drink me bottle and the little cake bottle. She never really gets out of it. She just shrinks and then it turns into an ocean. And I know when I dream, it ain't that detailed, but it is. I pay attention to my dream. I keep a little dream diary, and it does move on that weird way where you're kind of like, how am I here? And why am I here? And I love how everybody in Alice's head is so rude to her. Like, I feel like it's just so funny how her subconscious is quite mean. And it makes me wonder, is Alice, is the people who Alice is with kind of on the stern side? Because all of her characters just they be insulting her so much. She's like, oh, I didn't think that. Yeah, you didn't think much, did you? I'm like, oh, or you never think at all. I'm like, oh, why are you so mean? And every last character is like that in this book, and they're so mean to her. She tries so bad, but they catch offense like this, and I'm like, I think I'm living in Wonderland, because like people is crazy nowadays. But yeah, I just love how that is. And it was the closest one to the original Alice in Wonderland. Probably would be the Disney one, but Disney was a little bit like the old cartoon Disney one was similar. I've seen similar. I don't think it's a word. Similar to the book. And but it was really boring and long, where the book was really, really good. My favorite part is when all the cards, when she's like, I'm not afraid of y'all, just a pack of cards, and they just jump her. And I said, that is such a dream. Like last week I had a dream that I was walking and there was a gopher and I saw the gopher and I was like whatever, and when I walked away it jumped on me, and it was like you know, just like crazy. And it's kind of remind me of that, because when the cards, you know how in the dream you think that you get in the way and you say something, you walk away and the things just jump you. Maybe it's just my dream, maybe I'm crazy, but every dream I have, if I'm thinking I'm getting away, the monster or the creatures or whatever jump me or jump on my back and I'm freaking out. And that's kind of what happens in this book. So it gets a 10 out of 10 for me, just because it's a classic in the first place. And I would definitely recommend reading Alice in Wonderland, and you can get it free on Kindle. Get the one that's that just says 0 in the price range. Just don't pay no money for it. It's good enough. You don't have to like pay money for it. So, because most people want to do them like together, get both the books together. You can get it for free, because then you can buy the second one for free as well. So it's a great book. Check it out. Okay, guys. Oh, like I say, on all my videos, I'm an author. Check out my book back at my channel in the links above in the sidebar. Okay, guys. So, talk to you later. Bye.